Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Create with Linda. So today is the day that I'm going to be doing my last crock pot meal for the month of October. You know, for the month of October, we've been collabing with Sarah from Home Sweet Homes. She was the head of it, collaborating with all the crock pot meals for October. So if you make a crock pot meal, go to her page and tell her that you put it up, and then she'll put it up on her playlist. All right, guys, Sarah from Home Sweet Home. So this is the last one, and what I'm gonna make, guys, is stuff that I have in my pantry and my refrigerator that I was thinking, all right, what can I come up with that I can make a crock pot meal with, and also get the stuff out of my refrigerator and eaten. And I thought really hard, and I realized I had a ham steak left. Okay, ham steak from the other night when we had ham steaks. I have onions, I have carrots, I have celery that has to be eaten, and I have potatoes. But guys, I didn't think I could do this because I only have canned tomato. I only have canned potatoes, not regular potatoes. And the only worry that I have with this is that I'm worried that the potatoes because they're soft, they're going to fall apart and become just like a mush rather than, little pieces of potatoes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a really good eye on it, and I'm going to put it on for like 2 hours because it's a soup, so it shouldn't have to cook for 8 hours like that. You know what I mean? I'll watch it very carefully and make sure that the potatoes aren't falling apart. If they are, I'll take most of the potatoes out this way, because I like to taste a little bit of potato, not just like the mush of the potato, you know what I mean? So I'll do that. Okay, so this is going to be a trial. Let's see if we can use canned potatoes with a crock pot, with potato soup. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Let's see. I'm excited about it. All right, so let's get started, guys. I'm going to start cutting up all the stuff, okay? Let me get over here. All right. Oh, and I also have chicken bouillon because I'm supposed to have chicken broth, but I used my last chicken broth yesterday, so I don't have any more. But thank God I bought these over the week. I bought these a couple of weeks ago, so I'll use this for the broth. All right. So let's get started with cutting up some celery. All right. The celery is really good. I bought it last week at Aldi. See. And it's just like the celery, it's the celery sticks, the celery, you know what I mean? It's really awesome. I like celery, guys. Just got to make sure that none of it needs to be wiped down. These are fairly clean because they're in there already. Let's cut off the ends of all of them. Whoop. Yeah. So yesterday, I was talking about on my video that I was having a little bit of a rough day, and I'm feeling a little, not depressed, but a little down. And, thanks for all your advice, guys, and all your concern. I really do appreciate it. It really does, help to hear other people's opinions and just hear what other people are going through. And, hey, you're not the only one. It's really, really nice to have that. So thank you for that. But today's a better day. I definitely feel better today. I feel definitely more motivated. I'm just cutting the ends off of these celeries, guys. I feel definitely more motivated today. And it's late. It's 3 o'clock. Like, I wanted to get started at like 10 o'clock. But, hey, getting starting later is better than not getting started at all. So I'm gonna make this in the crock pot. And then I'm going to do a what's for dinner. I'm making actually what's for dinner. I'll tell you in a bit what's for dinner, but I'm going to do that. But I wanted to get this in because this isn't mainly for dinner, but it could be for dinner or it could be before dinner or, whatever it is. I just want to get it made. So I'm going to cut the celery fairly small, guys, because I don't want big chunks of celery because my family are big pains in the butts with vegetables. The majority of them, they like them small. They don't want a big, other big pieces of onion, big pieces of this. So I try to sneak it in there so I keep it fairly small. So I'm just going to put little pieces in because you need celery in this soup because it's for flavor. It really does flavor the soup. Okay. Chop these up. Always tuck your fingers in, guys. You can see my fingers are tucked in. You can't really see it, but my fingers are like this. It's very important. And it's also very important, guys. I always say this, to use a sharp knife. Sharp knife is the best thing, because if you don't use a sharp knife, then you go to cut and it won't cut, and then you'll end up cutting yourself, believe it or not. Okay, so this is definitely enough celery. Some people like saute their stuff before they put it in soup. I don't usually do that. The only time I do that is when like I'm making a tortellini soup, because I don't know why, but that I saute first with the onions and basil and stuff. I'm going to make that soon too. I don't know, I'm just definitely into soup mode. Definitely. I've been wanting to make a soup for the last couple of days, and I just haven't been motivated to do it. But today's better, so I'm feeling better, and I'm feeling a little motivated. So I want to get this done, because I want to be able to use this stuff that's in my pantry and my refrigerator. All right, so there's the celery. Okay. Got this. Get the carrots done now. I'm not gonna put a whole. I'm gonna put pretty nice amount of carrots. I love carrots in soup. I love cooked carrots, raw carrots. I'm a carrot girl. Comment below if you guys like carrots. I love carrots and celery. What's your favorite, carrots or celery? So make sure these are still good, because they feel a little, you know when they feel a little slimy? I think they'll be good. They'll be good in soup. These I'm going to cut, again, fairly small. You know, be my guest. You don't have to get these are the, I have the little petite ones, but you can get the big carrots. They're much cheaper. I just got this because it was cheap. And they're good just to snack on. But by all means, get the regular package of carrots. I remember growing up, I can remember my mother, just so much comfort food in my house. That it was comfort. Like, she would make, like, I make chicken soup, and I make it just like she makes it. She made it. What she used to do was buy, like, a big whole roasted chicken. And I'm not talking like a small roaster. I'm talking like a big chicken. And she'd stick it in the pot with water, and that's how she made it. She stuck it in there, and it cooked all day, guys, with carrots and celery and onion. And then we would have it that night. She would load it up with grated cheese, and it was delicious. And you know what her secret was, guys? She put a small can of tomato sauce in it. I always put tomato sauce in my soup now, in my chicken soup, because it just gives it like a little sweet taste. So good, guys. It just made the soup. So she would do that, and she would 95% of the time we would have mini raviolis with it. Oh, so good. So I'm gonna be making chicken soup very soon. But guys, you don't have to do that. Like you know now today with the Instapot and with this, you could literally I can make a chicken soup in a half hour now. As long as you have just a little bit of chicken, you just cut it in small pieces. You have chicken broth. You let it simmer for a half hour, 40 minutes, and there's chicken soup. So you don't have to sit there and cook it all day. You don't. I probably will, because it just reminds me of my mom, and I love doing that. But yeah, some really, really great recipes she had. Oh, comfort food that she used to make. Meatloaf. Her meatloaf was to die for. And I could just remember like smelling it in the kitchen, and just always feeling so warm and cozy about it. I miss my mother so much. She's gone 23 years. It was in July, and I tell you, the day my mother passed away, I don't want to be gloomy or anything, but the day my mother passed away, I thought my life was over. I really did, because we were just so incredibly close. I'm going to cut onions up now, guys. And we were so incredibly close, and I just felt like my world was shattered. My kids were young. I had a 1.5-year-old. Julie was only 1.5, and Jenny was 5. How old Julie? Frankie was, Jenny was 7, I think, and Frankie was 5. But I just felt like my life was over. But I'm telling you guys, as I sit here, You know, I never thought that I would get through the loss of my mother. I really didn't. I never thought I did, and I would. And the first, I would say, 3-4 years, bad. I was in a really, really bad way the first, like, 6 months, and I'll never forget my aunt Jerry, God rest her soul, one of my mother's sisters, we were very, very close with, and she pulled me aside one day and said, Linda, and like shook me and said, Linda, listen. And I'm like, what, Aunt Jack? Because she was like a very strong presence, and she was just loving and just, you know, tough lady. And she said, Linda, listen, you need to stop this. You have young kids, and your mother would want you to be happy. And that day, it was like a light switch went off in my head, like, oh my God, she's so right. Because I was depressed. I was, you know, unmotivated, not wanting to do anything, laying around, just really, really not happy at all. And when she said that to me, I don't know why, but it just hit me hard. And I was like, you know what? You're so right. My mother was a happy-go-lucky, you know, very personable, sociable person and loved life. And, you know, we would laugh because she was, you know, she was divorced, and she worked at an answering service, and she was all about her. Like, she was into her, all herself, you know, like buying jewelry for herself. And she used to wear these like really thick bracelets and rings and this and that. And we used to laugh because we'd be like, Mom, what are you doing with all that jewelry? She's like, you know what? It's about me. She just loved life, loved her grandchildren, and loved her kids. Very, very family oriented, and very great mom. She wasn't perfect. No moms are perfect. She was nowhere near perfect, but she was our mother, and she was the best. And I love her, and I miss her so much. And, you know, by bringing these recipes into my life and my family's life, you know, like my daughter Julie, she's 1.5. She was 1.5, guys, when my mother passed. She doesn't remember my mother, but she thinks she does because of all the memories that we talk about, and all the events that we talk about, and all the things that I would say, oh, Nanny loved that, or Nanny used to, you know, pictures and videos and all that. Nanny would love that, or Nanny used to do that, or we're just like Nanny. And, you know, I'm going to tell you one little story before I stop with the story about my mom. I hope it's all right, guys. I just feel like talking about my mom today. Julie was 1.5 years. My mother had passed away. She was sitting in her high chair, and she was facing the living room where the television was, and to the left of her was a big picture window that we had. Well, all of a sudden, she looks over at the window, and God as my witness, and I have the chills right now telling you guys this. She pointed to the window, and she said, Nanny. And I was sitting right there. Oh, I got the chills. I was sitting right there. I says, what, Julie? Nanny. She kept insisting that Nanny was at the window. I was in tears. I could not believe, I'm getting choked up now. I could not believe that she literally saw my mother. And they say that they come to kids and stuff. It was only a couple of days after she died, and she stood there in her high chair and just so blatantly, guys, looked over and pointed and insisted that Nanny was there. Amazing. Was that unbelievable? Is that a beautiful story? Ooh, I got the chills. But that's how I know she's always with me. She's always with us. And by doing all these recipes, it's just joy and remembrance, and love it, guys. There's nothing like it. So yeah, I wanted to share that story with you. I hope you guys enjoyed that story, but it's just this, and, you know, I tell Julie about it, and because Julie doesn't remember even doing that. She can't believe it, but she loved her grandchildren. It was the type of thing where my mother would come in the house, and my kids would run, and my nephews would all run, because she would she would come in the house, and she would squeeze their cheeks. Let me squeeze those cheeks. Let me kiss you. You know, I'll never forget she died on the 23rd of the month of July. The 21st is my son's birthday, and she had come over for cake on the 21st. And the minute she got there, she was chasing him around the couch because he wouldn't let her get him, because he didn't want her to squeeze his face, his cheeks, and all that. It was great. I'll never forget it. I'll never, ever forget it. It was really, really sweet. So yeah, so that's a little bit of my life there, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Onions, carrots, and celery all cut up small in here. Okay, I'm gonna cut up some garlic. You gotta have a little bit of garlic, guys. Not much, but some. You know, garlic is part of the whole thing. Gotta have garlic. And of course, I'll be putting my seasonings in. A little bit of thyme, a little bit of thyme. I'll be putting some thyme in. God, I don't know what it is with that thyme. I'm gonna have to go to Sam's and get a big thing of that thyme because all I think about it, I love that flavor. And it's not like I never knew about thyme. I mean, I've known about that. You know, I should really try. You know what I'm gonna try, guys? I'm gonna put on my food list. Fresh thyme. I want to try fresh thyme. I bet you I'll be addicted to that. I don't know if that's a good thing, but no, thyme is a good flavor. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to definitely try fresh thyme. I'm curious to see how that would taste. If I like the dry, I'm going to love the fresh probably. I'm sure I will. So I used an onion and a half, not a whole 2 onions. 1 onion and a half is enough. I'm going to finely chop this. Can you guys see? I'm sorry. I'm going to finely chop this garlic up because I don't want big chunks of garlic, but I want to taste it. So, but this is good. It's perfect. Here's a little end. We don't want an end in there. Let's get this garlic in. Because this is all going to go in the crock pot, guys, like I said. Okay? I'm going to go in the crock pot. All right. Got all that in there. All right, so we did that. Now what I'm going to do is get some hot water and put these, I'm going to open up 4 of these, 4 or 5 of these, and put them in some hot water because they have to dissolve a little. I want them to dissolve a little bit. I think 4 is enough. Yeah, maybe I'll do 5 because there's no chicken broth in it. Usually I do put half chicken broth in with my soups, usually always. God, I don't ever see this to get this thing open. Got to the mama. I don't know about this. I should have got I tried to get the like powder one, but I couldn't find it. Can't stand that when you can't find what you need. You gotta go to 3 different stores, you know. Get these open, and I'm not gonna pause the video. I would normally pause it if I was doing my other program, but I'm doing, my daughter's going to edit this video, so I'm going to cut it in half. I don't want to have 15,000 videos, things for her to put together. So, yeah, I love doing video. I love doing YouTube. I love doing the videos and all that, guys, but you know what really is annoying is not, and really frustrating, is not being able to navigate the whole technical system of it. I hate that I don't know how to edit. I hate that I can't catch on to it. I hate that, that I can't just figure out something like I want to do an intro on my YouTube page, and I don't know how to do it, so I have to ask people for help. I have kids that are, okay with computers, but none of them, they don't have the time. They're working, they're this, they're that. Mom, can I do it later? That whole scene. This is really obnoxious. I'm going to cut them. So that's the really annoying part of it, is not being able to technically do what I want to do. And that bothers me because I want to do what I want to do. Like if I want to do this, I want to do that. It's frustrating, guys. It really is. But I guess it could be worse, right? I guess it could be worse. So I'm just trying to navigate myself through. I'm trying to, go on Google and just look up everything. But I just, I'm 54 and my mind is not like it used to be, and I don't catch on to things very quickly. So it's a little difficult. But I'm going to keep plugging along, and what it is, it is. Sometimes, I'll have to put a part 1 and a part 2 up. I know people aren't crazy about that, but you know what? That it is what it is, guys. If you like my channel, you'll stick with me. If you don't, then there's other channels to watch. That's all I could say. That's all I can say. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just saying, that there's nothing I can do about it. If that's what it is what it is, right? All right, so let me get some hot water, and then we're going to get moving on this. Put it in this thing here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right there. just waiting for the water to get hot. I mean, I know they'll dissolve in the pot, but I just want to get it a little dissolved first. I'm alone, guys. Oh my God, I can't believe the sun's actually out today. We've had such gloomy weather in New York over here. Oh, it's been raining and raining and raining. God. Like, I'm like, give me some, please guys, give me some sun, you know? Sun just kind of raises my spirits up a little bit. All right. Okay, guys. So I got water in here. It's 2 cups of water. I need about 4 or 5 cups of water, but we got 2 cups of water in here. Let's see, is this gonna dissolve a little bit? Just leave it in here, right? What if I put this in the microwave for a couple of minutes? What do you think? I'm gonna put this in the microwave a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna go over to the counter. So we can start putting everything in the crock pot. Oh, you know what I didn't cut up? Hello, Linda. The ham. Gotta cut the ham up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah that I remembered before I went over there. So get it all done. All right. I'll tell you guys, I got these ham steaks from Aldi. They were amazing. They were so reasonable. You know, ham steaks can be a little expensive. It was like $4 for this big, thick ham steak. So good, guys. See? So delicious. Really, really good. So I'm just drying it a little bit. I'm going to start cutting it up. Now, I'm going to cut these in very, very, very small pieces because I don't want huge pieces. I'm hungry. I didn't even have lunch. I had eggs this morning. That's it. Definitely cannot add a lot of salt to the soup. I got to be very cautious because the ham is not. It's not too salty. Like it's not too salty. You know, that's what it. Yeah. But it's definitely salty. Where if you added a lot of salt, it's going to be way salty. So I got to be really careful. And the bouillons probably have a lot of sodium in them too, I'm sure, right? So I got to be careful with that. Don't mind me if I just snack. That's all right, right? We're all family. We're all family, guys. Ham steak is so good. I'm really hungry. I might save a little piece for this. For me to eat. I'm going to cut all the fat off, guys, because I don't want the fat in there. I better shut this because this looks like I think it's definitely, I'm going to let it cool off a little bit. So guys, what are you making for the holidays? Comment below what you guys are making for the holidays. I make the same thing basically every year. Thanksgiving, of course, we make a turkey. And let me ask you a question. Let's do this. Let's get a thing going. Who likes their turkey stuffed or unstuffed? I love my turkey stuffed. The stuffing is so different. It's so much better when it's in the turkey. Oh my God. And my turkeys, the stuffing protrudes out. Like, we're 5-6 people. I'll make a 20-pound turkey. Literally, I'll make a 20-pound turkey, guys. That's just me. Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. Like, to me, what's making a 15-pound turkey when I can make a 19-20-pound turkey? So what? We'll eat it for sandwiches. I'll make some meals with them, with the turkey. Most of the time, guys, the turkey doesn't even last that long. The turkey's gone. They make sandwiches. So, you know, it's Thanksgiving. We don't really make turkey during the year. Sometimes, you know, once in a blue moon, I'll make a turkey breast. But, so I make a big, big, big turkey. I make the turkey. I make stuffing, my homemade stuffing. I put Jimmy Dean sausage in it, and it's just so good, guys. And I make my own homemade stuffing. I make string bean casserole. That's a given at Thanksgiving. Sometimes I'll make corn with it. Definitely make homemade yams with the marshmallows. I used to use I grew up using the canned yams. My mom used to use the canned yams, but I don't know. I made the fresh ones, and then after I made the other ones, my daughter's like, Julie's like, Mom, I like the other ones so much better. So I'm definitely gonna make the fresh candied yams. So we're gonna make that, and I'm definitely gonna make mashed potatoes. Not a lot because we only eat a little bit of each, but I'll definitely make mashed potatoes because it ain't Thanksgiving without mashed potatoes, guys. So we'll definitely have that, and that's it. The gravy, stuffing. Oh, and sometimes I'll make stuffed mushrooms. Some years I do it, some years I don't do it. It's not every time. Depends on the timing. It depends on what's going on or whatever. I'll make stuffed mushrooms, and I stuff them. I have a little recipe that I'll tell you about when I do it. Very, very simple. A lot of people make stuffed mushrooms different ways. I make it a certain way, but everybody does everybody does it different. So, yeah. And then we have desserts. Cheesecake. I make pistachio cake. Pudding pie, guys. All of that. All right. My God, it's so good. All those ham can go in. See how I cut it nice and small? This is going to flavor the soup so nicely, guys. I'm leaving this in here so I can snack on it. Okay. Let's get the water out of the fridge, out of the microwave. There we go. I'm going to bring this over here. Let me move some stuff so I can get you guys over here. And bring this over. Give me 1 second, guys. Well, I don't really need this whole thing here. I'll put this over here. Be right there, guys. I'm coming. That's all I need. Just need you guys. Give me 1 second. Don't mind the changing of the guards here. Oh wait, I think I used my other thing. I'm sorry, guys. I hate when I have to do that. Okay, let's put this here. I use a little thing here. There we go. All right, let's put this like this. Whoops. Please don't fall. All right, so I got everything here. Oh, guys, guess what I forgot to cut up? Woohoo! I forgot to cut up the potato. Guess what I'm missing? I'm missing the main... Not really. I mean, is that normal? I'm missing the main ingredient. Potatoes. Let me wipe my hands. I can't believe I forgot the potatoes. It's potato soup, right? Potato soup without the potatoes? Not good. All right. I'm going to eat this. Now I'm going to cut the potatoes. I'm going to cut them like this. In half. Can you guys see that? Let me fix them. I'm going to cut them down the middle and in half like this. I think that's good. What do you think? I wonder if I should cut them smaller. I'm afraid they're going to fall apart. I really am. I'm afraid they're going to fall apart. I'm trying to figure out the best way to cut them. I think that's the best way. In fours. Cut it down the middle and then cut it over. I think that's the best way. I'm wondering if I shouldn't put the potatoes in all at once. Should I put the potatoes in after? Or then it wouldn't really be would it not taste like potato soup? I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm really nervous these potatoes are going to fall apart. But I guess what I'm going to do, guys, and I'll just watch them like I said I was going to do. I'll just watch it. You know what I mean? And then I'll keep an eye on it. And if I notice that the potatoes are getting soft, I'll have to take them out. That's all I have to do. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up a couple more. Then I'm going to stick this whole thing in the pot together. I'll put some seasonings in there for you guys. I'll show you. Because this video is getting long now. I don't want you to be here for 5 days. Okay? But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Okay. I don't know if you hear Jennifer in there. She's in there chatting away. Tomorrow, Halloween is Friday, and she wants to be a little cat. They're going to do a little party at her. I'm sure she told you guys. They're going to do a little party at her program. So she's going to be she'll be a cat. And the mask will be the cat face, because how else are you going to do it without the mask? Crazy, guys, all right? The world we live in right now is just crazy. All right. I have to laugh, otherwise I'll cry. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my picker-upper. I don't want to, I wonder if I should put this on low. Why can't I ever find anything when I need it, guys? Oh, where is it? Hello? Oh, where is the heart? Oh, God. You can't find anything when you need it. I don't understand where it could go. It's so... Oh. Listen, guys. I think I'm gonna call the neurologist. Just give me a second. I was using it already. Why didn't somebody tell me that? Why didn't somebody tell me I was using it already? Hello, Linda. Here I am. Here I am. You were using me already. Oh my God. Potatoes. I scare myself sometimes. Okay, all this, the ham, the onions, the celery, the carrots are all going to go in here. Okay? And the garlic. Get all that yumminess in there, guys. All right, here I have, let me get the little smaller one. Here I have a whisk. I'm going to see about these bouillons. Most of the bouillons have dissolved. And what I'm going to do, yeah, smell it good. I started out, I think, with 5. I'll see later, I'll taste it and see if it needs more. Because I'm definitely going to add more water to this. So I think that I might need a couple more bouillons. Just to be safe, I'll probably throw in another 2. But I'll taste it as it goes. This way, I don't want it to be too salty, again, because the ham, right, guys? Can't be too salty. But I also want that beef flavor, so, you know, it's a double-edged sword. All right, so there's about 5 cups of water I think I'm going to put in here. I think I'm going to do 6, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm sorry. I know there's absentee Linda here. But I can only do what I can do, guys, right? That's my phone. Let me go over there and shut it off. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. All these things you get on your phone, these crazy people. All right. Yeah, that's good. So let's go. I'm going to put some salt, only a drop. I'm only putting a drop of salt. I'm going to put pepper. I'm going to put garlic powder. Now I'm going to cut up the rest of the potatoes after I get off. Hello. After I get off with you guys. So I'm going to put more potatoes in. But right now I just want to get this moving because it's already 3:30 and I want to have it somewhat for dinner. Not with, like with dinner, guys. Select high. Oh wait, high. Hello? Oh, wait, there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so onion powder. Okay. Garlic powder. You know how I roll with my garlic. Some rosemary. Oh my God, rosemary. Rosemary and thyme. Time to stop calling it rosemary because it's time. Really? Time. Maybe I should change my channel to Losing It with Linda. Guys. Oh, God help me. Okay. All right, so I put garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And I think that's it. Let me look at my recipe quick because I just was glancing at a recipe so I could get kind of like an idea of the recipe. Let's just make sure I got everything in it. Oh, you know what I need to put in? Hello, Linda. Okay, chicken broth, right? Oh, butter. 5 tablespoons of butter. Oh my God, Linda, really? 1 tablespoon of flour and 2 cups of milk. Going to the nut house when I'm gonna go crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a big 5. Good thing I looked at my recipe, right, guys? Because I didn't want to wing that. I wanted to make sure I had everything that it said because, I mean, I could have winged it. I always do that anyway, but, all right, how much, a fourth cup and 1 tablespoon. I'm just going to, let's see, guys, what my 1/4 is. Hello, 1/3. I broke my 1/4 on one of these. Okay, here's 1/4. Put these back up here. Okay, 1/4 and then 1 teaspoon. That's all right. I'm just going to, my flour's getting empty here, guys. Look, I got to get that moving for the holidays. Okay, 1, and I'm just going to do a little bit. There, and a little bit. So that should be, yeah, I'll do a drop more because I don't think I got the whole 1/4 cup. All right, butter, flour. Sorry, guys. 2 cups milk. Okay, 2 cups milk. Get the milk out. Oh God, thank God I have milk. Could you imagine if I didn't have milk? I wouldn't have been very happy. Okay, let's put this there. Let's get 2 cups of milk. All right. Gonna have somebody pick up milk on the way home from work because we're getting low. Okay, milk. Black. They emphasize black pepper, so I'm gonna put a little bit more black pepper, but not too much because my husband doesn't like spicy. So. Just a little bit. I'm going to whisk this up. So I got everything I need. A large pot of potato, celery, onion, chicken broth, boil, and hover over medium heat. Vegetables until tender. Okay, well, I'm making it in the crock pot, so it is what it is. All right, guys. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to put the rest of the potatoes in it. This looks so yummy. I have some fresh parsley. I'm going to also put some dried parsley in it because that's just my own thing. I love parsley. You know that. Okay, I'm going to put some dry parsley. I'm going to put in the rest of the potatoes, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to put it on for 2 hours. Let's see, where's the time? The time is 2 hours. I'm going to put that on for 2 hours, and then I'll check the potatoes, make sure the potatoes aren't falling apart, and if so, I'll change them out. All right, guys, I'll be back when this is all done. Bye, guys.